Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're joining us today in today's live lecture coming to you from Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University. Today's date is for Market Day in the 4th month of the Igbo lunar calendar called Onwa Ano. And in the Roman Catholic calendar, today's date is 6/12/2025. Remember, at Nkolo Mahadum, we always advise you to use your naturally given common sense, which we call akonuche in Igbo language. Also, Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University was set up to decolonize your mindset, your thinking faculty, so that we can save you from mental slavery. Therefore, join, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and other social media platforms, because these are the platforms we are using for you to get our lectures. We package and deliver our lectures from an Igbo man, from a Biafran, and African perspectives. That is how you should be seeing things. You see things from how it concerns you and how it is affecting your culture. Your culture is your way of life. And when you join us and subscribe, please like the lecture, comment, and share it so that everybody in the world will get it. And the title of today's lecture is MATHIAS EJIOFOR EZEAKU, OZO IGBO NDU, that his sickness is natural, that MATHIAS EJIOFOR EZEAKU, OZO IGBO NDU, one of Biafra land, of Africa, that the sickness or disease, infection he is currently having is not caused by burning of the Bible or Jesus or anybody, because we have seen throughout history and our current lifetime that neither Jesus nor Bible have any power. They do not possess any power, any atom of power. And before we continue, we have to give you the biography of Mazi MATHIAS EJIOFOR EZEAKU, OZO IGBO NDU. Mazi MATHIAS EJIOFOR EZEAKU was born February 26, 1989 at Nrobo, Nrobo, at Nrobo in Uzo Uwane, Nsukka, in Enugu State of Nigeria. What is Mazi EZEAKU's profession? He is a businessman. And in being a businessman, he deals in motor springs, the spring that carries the motor. The spring is a spring merchant at Mbuka, Obosi, Anambra State. Sorry, Mbukampo, Anambra State. And he also couples and sells tipper truck. He also sells Tokumbo vehicles. He is also a real estate guru. He has a lot of real estate that he has sold to our people. And he established Omenana OZO Ezioku Charity Foundation. And then followed by Omenana OZO Ezioku Traditional Religion. And then the hospital. And in his Omenana OZO Ezioku Foundation, the charity foundation, he has healed more than 6,000 people, practically taking them to hospitals to be healed of diseases and infections and illnesses that many pastors and Christian houses were promising the patients that Jesus and Bible will save them. He practically took them and healed more than 6,000 people. And in his traditional religion, that is the problem he's having with our people, because he's been using that to educate our people to move away from brainwashing and mental slavery. And then the hospital that he established at Ogidi, everybody attends that hospital. Both the Christians and non-Christians attend the hospital just for the welfare of our people. So this is just a brief history of his background. Plus, he is a high life musician. He has sung, he sings songs. And from that songs, he also using it to educate our people, to understand the reality, to face the reality, to forget the falsehood and the fake promises of the Western Christian religion. So all these businesses that Matthias has created and running, he has employed a lot of our people. So Matthias Ejiofo is someone to reckon with in Biafra land and in Africa as a whole. In the black race, people like him is the people that we needed to move Africa away from the current state of being slaves in the hand of our colonial masters. And we want to make it clear to everybody that we as human beings, we as humans, as long as you are a human being, you are born with one sickness or disease condition or the other that is contained in your genetic makeup. Everybody has different genetic makeup. That's why our people say, no wunne na amu, no wuchi anareke. So as soon as you are born with a disease condition that will come up at any time. Some people were born with deformity, with injury during birth. Some people were born with no leg or no hand, and some other deformities, as you may have seen. Just from birth, you are born with it. Some are born with hypertension. Some are born with diabetes. Some are born with cancer, just from birth alone. So once you are a human being, you have one disease or the other. If it doesn't show up at birth, you are lucky. Then as you continue to live your life, that disease must surely show up. And that is why we human beings die. We die when the disease overcomes our natural immunity, the immunity in our body that fights off that disease, of which when you take medication, the medication helps your body to try to fight off that disease. But as soon as the disease or sickness overcomes your immunity and those medications, that's why human beings die. So if you are a human being, you will be killed, you will die from one disease or the other. So we want to make it clear to you that diseases can come as death. You know, death is not announced. Death can come at any time. So also is disease. It can show up at any time in your body. And I have had a lot of people say in our place that, hey, this person died. He's not sick. No, he's been sick because our body is a system. And once you break that system, the person will die. And our body is not made. The way our body is made, we are not made to die immediately. No. Our body is a system. And once that disease breaks that system, then the person will die. So when you hear people say somebody died, he wasn't sick. No, the person was sick, but he didn't know that he was sick. And so we want to use this lecture to let you know that we are born with disease. As long as you are born with disease that will show up one day and will eventually kill that person as a human being. So if you are there saying that MATHIAS EJIOFOR has a disease because of something, somebody did this, or the burden of the Bible, or no, that is superstition, and you should stop it right away. We are born with the diseases that will kill us. Now, why people know that MATHIAS EJIOFOR is sick is that MATHIAS EJIOFOR is a public figure, and he knows the importance of going to the hospital, because a lot of our people die secretly with illness, with sickness, with infection. So he knows the importance of going to the hospital. After all, he owns a hospital. So that is why he's a public figure. He owns a hospital. He's making his treatment open. He's not like Tinubu or any other person that will be hiding the disease that he has, or hiding where he's treating the disease or what he's treating. No, he's a public figure. He's the type of person we need, that is open, that is not secretive. That is why you became aware that he is sick. In terms of saying that because MATHIAS EJIOFOR burnt the Bible some time ago, we want to let you know that the Bible or Jesus doesn't have anything to do with the sickness of MATHIAS EJIOFOR. MATHIAS EJIOFOR is naturally sick, like every other person. He's naturally sick. So, and it is that thing that also MATHIAS was preaching about. When a vehicle gets an accident and a Christian survives from it, instead of addressing the causative agent why that vehicle have accident, the Christian will be saying, hey, I'm happy that I'm not involved in that accident. If you're not involved today, you can be involved tomorrow. And so it is very, very primitive, barbaric for our people to start or continue to reason in that way, to say that because MATHIAS EJIOFOR burnt the Bible, that was why he was sick. Sickness can come at any time. The Bible or Jesus doesn't have no power at all. And we shall give you a few instances to let you know that that Bible or Jesus don't have any power. The Pope Francis that just died, he had Bible, he had Jesus, but he left those Bible and Jesus in his house and went to the hospital. He was in the hospital all along, getting treatment from doctors, not from the Bible, not from Jesus. And eventually he died. Pope Francis died when the disease state, when his infection overcame his immunity, his natural immunity, and the medications he was taking. He died. That is how humans die. And many popes have also died. Some died from kidney failure because they are human beings. And so the death of the Pope just yesterday is one example to let you know that Jesus or Bible don't have any power. How about many Christians, reverend fathers, men of God, that we are being kidnapped? Some of them pay ransom to get out. Some of them are killed and murdered while they have their Bible and Jesus. Why didn't Jesus or Bible let them know that there's danger on the road? Why didn't Jesus or Bible free them from the kidnappers without paying ransom or getting killed? How about the Biafran War? Some of our people were Christians during the Biafran War. We have churches during the Biafran War. Why didn't Jesus save our people from the war? Why didn't Jesus and Bible make us to be victorious in the war? Why did they allow us to be slaves now under the Muslims in Nigeria? How about the handicapped people that feel everywhere in our land? Go to so many roundabouts, go to so many marketplaces, you see a lot of naturally handicapped people, people who were handicapped from birth, like I've said before. But people can be born with defects from birth. That's a disease. How about those handicapped people in our society on the streets begging? Why can't the Bible and Jesus help them? Why should they be allowed to come to the streets and be struggling to survive on their own? So Jesus or Bible doesn't have no power. How about Peter Obi and 2023 election? All the reverend fathers, all the bishops, all the men of God predicted that Peter Obi will win the election. Even after he won that election, did you see the president of Nigeria today? Why didn't the Bible or Jesus assist Peter Obi, who is the front runner of Jesus? He was the front runner of the Bible during the last presidential election in Nigeria. It was between a Christian, Peter Obi, and a Muslim, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Why didn't the Bible or Jesus make Peter Obi to be the president? Why is he under the Muslim rulership? How about many Christians that are living in poverty today, all across the world? So if the Bible have power, if Jesus have power, why should people serving them be living in poverty across the world? Another example is, take the Bible. In that Bible, you have Jesus in the Bible, right? Go to one room in your house. Lock yourself in that room. Don't open that room. We at Incolum Hadam Wisdom University, we challenge you that you will die at some point. The Bible or Jesus will not bring any food for you in that room until you die. So they don't have any power. And that is part of the reason why Incolum Hadam was set up, to free your mind from mental slavery and brainwashing. And so to associate a natural sickness that came to MATHIAS EJIOFOR to the burden of the Bible or Jesus shows the misinformation, the miseducation, and lies from the colonial masters being continuously imposed on our people. It's our people that is now imposing those lies on our people. And that is why our people are still reasoning in this direction in the 21st century, where you have a lot of information, where you have seen a lot of things going on that tells you that it is humans that controls this world, not the Bible or Jesus or any God. The Europeans have been fighting wars for centuries, and they have been benefiting from wars for centuries. Where is Bible and Jesus when they were killing people, when they have killed a lot of people and continue to kill up to this day? Wake up, Africans, wake up from your sleep, because your reasoning faculty, your reasoning mentality is obscured. That is why we are proposing that get away from the foreign colonial churches and schools and their media houses and other institutions they are using to brainwash you, to make you be reasoning like an animal, because our leader, Mazen Namdi, kind of said that what makes human beings different from animals is the way we reason. The way you reason, that is what separates you from other animals. After all, we are all animals. But what makes us a human being is the way we stand up, the way our hands are made, that we can manipulate things, and the way we reason. Most importantly, the way you are reasoning. Very, very, very important. If you are still reasoning in this way, in this 21st century, then you have to go to psychiatric hospital. And we are saying that danger is locking. There's danger if you lock yourself in a book that was written 2,000 years ago. You lock all your abilities in that book written about 2,000 years ago. And then you are using that brainwashed mentality to continue to attack people like MATHIAS EJIOFOR EZEAKU, OZO IGBO NDU of Africa, or MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, who is trying to save you from mental slavery. Then you are mistaken. You don't understand the world you live in. If you understand the world you live in, you know that the Europeans are always trying to deceive you so that you'll be thinking and reasoning the way you are reasoning now, why they are exploiting you, why they are keeping you in poverty. And that is why we decided to present this lecture today, to open your eyes so you can wake up to know that sickness is natural. Disease condition is natural. Our body, this skin you see, is just a coat. Sometimes infection, bacteria can even bypass it and enter your body, your bloodstream, and cause you some sickness and infection. So we are nothing. I want you to know that. Do not take somebody's sickness and try to use it to blackmail that person. That is wrong. You are your own person. You are using Western culture to demonize, to blackmail your own brother. That is something we Africans have to get away from. And to summarize and bring today's lecture to an end, we are saying that MATHIAS EJIOFOR EZEAKU, OZO IGBO NDU, that his sickness is not caused by either the Bible or Jesus or any other person. Because throughout history, we have understood that Bible and Jesus don't have any power at all. And Ejiofor was born February 26, 1989 at Nrobo, Nrobo, Uzo 1 in Nsukka, Enugu State. He's a businessman. He deals in springs. He's a springs merchant at Mpo, Mbuka Mpo, and also couples and sells tipper trucks. Also, he sells Tokumbo vehicles. He's a real estate agent. He has sold a lot of land to our people, encouraging investing at home. He established Omenana Buzo Ezioku Charity Foundation. This foundation, he has healed more than 6,000 people. He also established Omenana Buzo Ezioku traditional religion, where he is using to teach our people to move away from mental disinformation, miseducation by the colonial masters, which is now being implemented by our own people. He also set up Omenana Buzo Ezioku Hospital, where everybody comes to get treatment. He is a high life musician, And he has created a lot of jobs for our people. So he's the type of man we need to emancipate Africa, to free Africa from colonial brainwashing, misinformation, miseducation, and exploitation. And we use this lecture to let you know that we are born with sickness and other diseases due to our genetic makeup. Our people say that which means we are born with different genetic makeups. And sicknesses or diseases shows up at different time of our life. You can be sick at any time of your life. Some people got sick at birth. Even as you are born with diabetes or hypertension or cancer. And diseases can appear at any time in your life. And you will say, oh, he's not sick, oh, but this thing just started. Yes, it cannot occur at any time. That's how our body is made. And so, and that is why we also die. We die when the disease condition, when the infection overcomes our natural immunity and the drugs we are taking to stop that infection. That's how we die. And our body is a system. So if you have kidney failure, you will eventually die because the kidney is no longer functioning. If you have heart failure, you will eventually die because the heart is no longer functioning. If you have liver failure, you will eventually die because the liver is no longer functioning. Our body is a system. And that is why humans die. If not, we wouldn't be dying. So that's what you need to know. And that you know that MATHIAS Ezeiaku is sick is because he is in the system. He knows what it takes. He knows he has a hospital. He's been treating people. So he wants to make it public. He doesn't want to hide it. Other people die in secrecy. People have a lot of disease in them, a lot of illness, but you are hiding it. You are hiding it. From there, you will also die. So which one is better? So now that you know that he is sick, now you are now associating it with burning of the Bible or Jesus. And that's why we are saying that it has nothing to do with that. And we gave you several instances to show you that the Bible has no power. The first instance we gave you was the Pope that just died. The Pope that just died a few months ago died in the hospital. If Jesus or Bible have power, the Pope will not have to go to the hospital. He will stay in his Vatican and use the Bible and cure himself. And throughout history, all the popes that have been dying, all of them go to hospital when they are sick. All the reverend fathers go to hospital. All the sisters go to hospital. Everybody goes to the hospital. Why are they going to the hospital? If the Bible have any power, if Jesus have any power. We also gave you instances of Christians, reverend fathers, men of God, who have been kidnapped, many of them killed, many of them paid ransom. If that Bible and Jesus they are following have power, why can't that Bible tell them in advance that, hey, kidnappers are here, armed robbers are here, don't follow this route, don't go. And even if they go and they are kidnapped, the Bible will free them from the kidnappers. We never hear such freedom. None of them have been freed. So Jesus or Bible don't have no power. How about the Biafran War? In the Biafran War, many of our brothers were Christians and we have Christian churches across our land. What happened? Did the Bible or Jesus help us to win the war? The answer is no. Since after the war now, we have been living under the Muslims and we have been marginalized, being punished here and there. And no Bible or Jesus is saving us. All we are doing is trying to run away from our land. Try to complain. So there's no power in the Bible or Jesus. How about the handicapped people, like I have said earlier? that people are born with handicap. A lot of handicapped people that fill our streets. Beggars, begging. Why can't the Bible or Jesus help them out? Why are they looking up to person, looking up to human being to help them on the streets? How about Peter Obi in the last 2023 election? Why is he not the president? All the churches were behind him. All the colonial foreign churches were behind him. Why is he not the president? Why didn't the Bible make him president? Come on, my people. Move away from mental slavery. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, at Nkolama Hadum Wisdom, so you can get yourself free from mental slavery and miseducation and misinformation. That is what is killing Africans. And we have challenged you, if you trust that there's power in the Bible or Jesus, take that Bible, lock yourself in a room. We assure you, it is only time you will die in that room. The Bible will not bring you food or water or medicine or any help. So there's no power there. So for you to associate the sickness of Mazi, MATHIAS EJIOFOR EZEAKU with burning of the Bible shows the misinformation, miseducation, and lies that you have embedded yourself, that you have sink yourself into, that you can no longer reason like a normal, rational human being. Move away from their churches, move away from their schools, move away from their media houses to free yourself from mental slavery, and join us at Nkolama Hadum Wisdom University, where we present issues to you from Igbo man, from Biafran and African perspectives. And we are saying that there is danger when you continue to lock yourself, lock your mental integrity into a book written about just 2,000 years ago, why humans have existed for more than 4.4 billion years ago. We have been in existence before the Roman Empire took away the small Jewish religion and expanded it and wrote the Bible. So the Bible is just of yesterday and cannot control what we are doing if we want to be successful in life, if we want to compete with others. And you should desist from attacking people like MATHIAS EJIOFOR EZEAKU, OZO IGBO NDU, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who are working very, very hard to save you from mental slavery, exploitation, give you your freedom so that you can be equal with other races across the world. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Thank you very much for joining us. Always subscribe, join us, follow us, like, comment, share our lectures so that everybody will wake up and understand that Western culture, Western Christianity is just what is setting Africa back. It is what is making us slaves. It is what is making us not to advance. It is what is keeping us into slavery and exploitation and migration and other vices on our land. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a very, very, very good day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.